know, imagine the movie. You know, over 12 years, I would watch the movie in my head every day, you know, and so once I heard that Grizzly Bear music, it just fueled that vision, you know. And so I met with them, and I felt like it matched the film, because their music is kind of is very modern, but it's very classic too, you know. And I thought that was the style of this film, and it just seemed to work. And those are great guys, and they were down for it. They were into it.
Yes, just on the aisle here.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, for Ryan, what was your favorite part to shoot in the film itself? Like, what was the part that you really felt?
All my stuff with Faith.
Rainbow dash, smiling rainbowy as she does. There's no pony that ever was faster, darling, than Rainbow Dash.
Do you have another question? Yes, in the balcony in the front row.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I noticed Dean had some interesting tattoos, and I wonder if that's a character himself. Like, I noticed one of them was the front page of the Giving Tree, right?
Yeah.
The children's book, and I wonder if there's like a story in terms of the character with that, or was it just kind of...
So the question is about the character Dean's tattoos. Okay, the character's tattoos, are they Ryan's tattoos? What was the inspiration behind them? And he noticed that on the one on his arm, I believe, was the front page of the Giving Tree.
The Giving Tree one seemed like a good idea because it's about a codependent and a classic enabler.
Okay, we're going to go to the next question. Just over here, yeah?
Well, I felt weird directing him because Derek's the director.
The question was for Derek about how he went about directing such scenes that seemed to come across as very organic.
Yeah, I mean, well, I was interested in trying to find living moments, you know what I mean? I think the danger of working 12 years on something, writing like 66 drafts of the script, is you get like too caught up in your own expectations of the movie, you know? Like, you can have too much time to think about it, then you get to set, you only have like 30 days, and you try to make just that thing, and I didn't want that to happen. I mean, the simplest direction I always gave Ryan and Michelle from the very beginning was to surprise me. That I wanted to, because I knew if I was surprised watching something, that an audience would probably have that same feeling, you know? So we just tried to always find things that would live, you know, alive. And I would get mad at them if they did the script, you know? If they did exactly what was on the page, it would be kind of a disappointment, you know? But then we tried to set it up, like for instance, you know, the beginning, the first part of the movie, the whole cast was, you know, them getting to know each other, you know? Ryan and Michelle didn't, you know, we didn't do really any rehearsals, you know, so all that footage of, you know, them singing and dancing on the streets, that's like the first time that they are hearing and experiencing, and that's the first time Michelle dances in front of Ryan, it's the first time he plays and sings in front of her, and so that's like a moment, you know, you get one take of that, and you just have to prepare for it, you know. You know, versus the stuff in the present, which was more like endurance tests, you know, like 2 days that they had to sit in that shower together.
Just in the middle at the back there?
This is for Faith and Ryan. You guys seem to have such a great relationship on screen, but also in real life too. Did any rehearsal go into that, or was it kind of just a natural thing?
There was just a comment that Ryan and Faith seem to have such a natural interaction, so she just wanted to know if that came about naturally, or...
Well, we just get along really together.
I'd say not since Hall & Oates has there been a few.
Yes, in the back, go ahead.
My question is what it was like making this movie, and if you have another project lined up.
Faith, did you like making the movie, and do you have another movie lined up?
I liked making the movie, and I've been having auditions for other movies, but I haven't gotten a role yet.
Yes, just in front here.
Hi, so this is a question for Ryan. I noticed that the character of Dean obviously goes through a lot of changes in the movie, just considering his disintegration with his relationship with Cindy. And I was wondering how you prepared to play a role with such two different, vastly different sides to a character.
So the question is for Ryan, and his character goes through a lot of transformations in the film, and how he prepared to play a character that had two vastly different sides to him.
Well, I think that I didn't really know what I was doing, and I didn't know certainly what I was going to do in the latter half of the film, the part that's the present. Just try to focus on the first part, and we had a lot of time. I kind of worked on it for about 4 years, and Michelle worked on her character for about 6. And Derek was working on the film for 12, so we had a lot of time to think and talk about it. And I felt like we were ready when it came time to do the portion. And we were falling in love. And also, it was exciting because we hadn't talked to each other about our characters at all. So when he said action, it was a lot of build-up and an opportunity for us to show each other what we've been working on. And then Derek took a month. Really fought for us to have a month in between those two time periods. And he even gave up lights on the movie in general. We had no lights. So he could shoot, so we could have a month to live in that house together. And he made us fight all day and burn our wedding pictures and made wedding cakes and wrap presents. And we just really lived a little life in that month. And even though I don't think that, it's not scenes in the movie, I do think you can feel it in the fabric of the film. And so we owe that to Big D.
Okay, we have time for 2 more questions. In the back of, yes.
For the filming of the scenes that past and present, did you film them as separate parts, or did you go back and forth?
I think they've touched on this. The question is, did you film it? The question was, did you film in
Getting high back there, what's going on?
Okay.
We share with everybody, and so we're all doing the same.
Okay, yes, just one minute. Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned that you've been working on this for 12 years. Have you done anything else?
Derek, have you done anything else in 12 years?
I had my first feature was called Brother Tide. It was all about brothers, and I tried, like I thought this was going right after it. But then I collected unemployment for a long time. Then I had a baby. My wife had a baby, and I had to be a provider, So I finally took a job, I started doing documentaries, and in documentaries I learned I really had a lot of training as a filmmaker. I learned, I think, how to take the archetypal image of the director, which is like the Cecil B. DeMille image of the director with the megaphone, who's like shouting his voice out and like pointing. I learned in documentaries to take that megaphone and put it to my ear and use it like as a listening device. So in documentaries I learned to listen. And in documentaries you don't get what you expect in a documentary because they're alive, and the scene will happen. You can't get take 2 of a scene, so you always have to be prepared to capture things. So it was just like a training ground, I think, to prepare to make this movie, because I'm just so thankful I had that time to do it again. And then my next film is all about fathers and sons, and I've been working on it for 3 years, so hopefully it's not going to be like 12. Hopefully they have a son soon.
Okay, thank you everybody. That's